birth to a son with the 32 marks of the perfect man. 10 days later, Queen Maya died. Then what is the meaning of this baby's birth? Jun Je Bosal. So coming empty-handed, going empty-handed, that is human. Birth and death. Of course, what's important is what we do in between. I've often tried to memorize the 32 marks of the perfect man to see if I might have any of them. I don't think I do. Every mother dreams of a perfect baby. Queen Maya got her wish. I remember some of them. A golden-hued body. Check. Black hair, black to the roots. Check. Long earlobes. Flexible, slightly webbed fingers. Yoga toes. So if you have yoga toes, you can spread them out really wide and kind of fold your toes into each other like this. He also had this orna, which was a little white curl here that would emit light. And on the soles of each foot, there was a dharma wheel with 108 spokes. You can crawl up on the altar sometime and see what's on that sole of the foot. An aura that extends for 10 feet around. Can anyone see it? Well, that's all wonderful. To have a body like that. Also really good deltoids. Shapely, round. And thighs that are strong and shapely as an ox's thigh. That's what Buddha looked like. He must really something. But of course, none of the above really make up Buddha. So what is Buddha? I refer you to case 30 of the Mumonkan. Woman reports that Deme asked Majo, what is Buddha? And Majo said, mind is Buddha. And then we have to understand what that means. Mumon, in his comment, says that a person who really understands this, mind is Buddha. Whenever he speaks, Buddha speaks. Whenever he eats, Buddha's eating. All of his behavior is Buddha's behavior. But he also goes on to say, people who hear this teaching immediately become caught by a formal idea. They become attached to this idea. So he says, if you ever utter the word Buddha, you should immediately rinse out your mouth. And for 3 days in a row, you rinse out your mouth. Every time you see, you can say the word Buddha. And then if you hear Buddha, you should clap your hands over your ears and run away screaming. So don't be attached to this idea. But I kind of like ideas, so I had some thoughts about this and about the mother of Buddha. So tucked away in our liturgy, about 2/3 of the way through the Thousand Eyes and Hands Sutra, is a line that some of you recognize immediately. It goes, Namu chil guji, ulmote, Jun Je Bosal. Namu chil guji, ulmote, Jun Je Bosal. Namu chil guji, ulmote, that's repeated 3 times. That's a very famous mantra. It's very old. You've heard of Zen Master Guji, famous for his one-finger Zen. He got his nickname, Guji, because he used to chant that mantra all the time. Namu Guji, you know. He would say the Guji very strong, so they call him Guji. So I got curious about Guji and what this mantra means. So Guji is actually a Sanskrit word. It's taken over into Chinese and Korean. Sanskrit would be pronounced something like koti, koti, koti. So if you say that 100 times and you're Korean, you probably say Guji. So it's a number. It's a very large number. It's 10 billion. So koti is 10 billion in Sanskrit. So this mantra, the rest of it, Namu, we all know Namu means become one with. Then chil is 7. So chil guji is 70 billion. Namu chil guji, bul mo de. Bul is Buddha, mo is mother, de is great. The great mother of 70 billion Buddhas. Then Jun Je. So the Sanskrit, you would spell that usually in Sanskrit like Candhi and pronounce it something like Chunji. Chunji. So Jun Je is the way it comes to be pronounced finally. So this Jun Je Bosal is the mother of 70 billion Buddhas. So you hear about these very large numbers. Well, what is this 70 billion? You know, why not say, wouldn't 45 million be enough? Whatever. Why 70 billion? So then I remembered another teaching from the 2 other teachings, both having to do with the Avatamsaka Sutra, which is the basis of our morning bell chant. So 2 things there. One is that in the Avatamsaka Sutra, the presiding Buddha is Vairochana. In the morning bell chant, when we say Biro, that's kind of real short for Vairochana. The great cosmic Buddha. So he has an orna too. All Buddhas have this little orna. But his orna emits this beam of light. Yeah, so it's supposed to emit a beam of light. But every photon in that beam of light is a Buddha. So constantly emitting this, like a quasar, you know, just constantly photons. Quasar is like the most energetic object in the universe. So somewhere there are past 80 billion galaxies out there, Vairochana, the quasar, you know, and he's emitting all of this. So that's one teaching. And then there's another notion that comes up. This word too comes up in the morning bell chant. It's nyong. Chinese character. Can I do it backwards? Mind under this and this. It means like a moment of thought. A thought moment, nyong. So that's translating or repronouncing the Sanskrit word kshana. Kshana. And the notion is that mind is actually of a quantum nature. Just as space ultimately is, the physicists tell us, and time too. You would think, well, what's this? There is no smallest unit of space, but the high energy physicists don't believe that. You know, they talk about the Planck unit for both time and space. So mind too is like that. And this is a notion in ancient Buddhist psychology. So that every thought moment actually lasts for a certain very small length of time. And you see different computations of this, because I think what the sutra says is 1/10 of the blink of an eye. But then how many times does an eye blink in a second? Well, want to try? I'll count. So you bat your eyes as fast as you can. So depending on how you compute that, it could be anywhere from like about a 25th of a second to a 75th of a second. So that's very interesting. Because, you know, movies, the frames go by, I think the standard is like 24 times per second. Sometimes I hear 24, sometimes I hear 40, but it's something like that. And it's just all of these moments, right? But they blend together and make what seems to be real. And so that's how our minds are creating this world, moment to moment. So also in the Morning Bell Chant, in the Avatamsaka Sutra, if you wish to understand the nature of all Buddhas, past, present, and future, and understand that the whole universe is created by the mind alone. Real fast. So fast it looks like it's real. So that's the sort of Buddhas that Jun Je Bosal is the mother of. That is our mind. Then, moment to moment, how do we keep our minds? So every moment of clear mind is a Buddha. It's just that these moments are much faster than we think. So we have to pay attention. And sometimes when you meditate, you can perceive something like this. This very, very quick succession, moment to moment to moment to moment. Very, very fast. So that's 70 billion Buddhas' mother. So to create 70 billion Buddhas, is that enough? Well, in that moment, we just created a few dozen. And so after this difficult childbirth, we'll recover after the ceremony with ice cream.